and what a matchup we're going to have between these two who have been going toe-to-toe for the last couple months.
Want to know how I've got these scars? It's through the battles. Through these battles that I've had with the Foundation. Tonight, against Michael Strider, I went through another battle. And on my back, I've got the scars to show that I can do what no other person in the NWL can.
You know, I'm gonna give Thor Theriot some credit. He beat Michael Strider at his specialty. As far as Thor Theriot goes, with myself, you're looking at the king of Kansas City wrestling.
He's been the king of Kansas City for 10 to 15 years.
When it's all said and done, you're gonna bow down to me.
Jeremy Wyatt, I showed you tonight that I can slay the devil. Next, I'm aiming for the king.
You think you're gonna slay the king? I'm the king of professional wrestling in this town. I am one of the greatest wrestlers in the world.
Whatever stipulation, whatever diabolical scheme you have,
Thor Theriot, you and I, we're gonna dance one more time, and we're gonna finish this.
I'm gonna be ready. And I'm going to take down the king.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to the NWL Kansas City. And this is a match that I have been waiting for about 6 months since the NWL first started. The Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt, and Thor Theriot are going to try to settle their score here tonight.
The majesty of Jeremy Wyatt, the Monarch. I mean, this guy has ruled Kansas City for so long, and he's pretty much, in my opinion, dominated the entire time against Thor Theriot. I mean, whether it's Strider, whether it's Wyatt, Thor Theriot really has nothing to grow on. These two guys continue to be the two greatest wrestlers in the history of this company.
Look at the Monarch. There's a particular amount of venom and malice that he has coming out tonight. He wants to see this end here tonight as well, just like all of us do, just like the fans do. They want to see this war come to a conclusion between him and Thor Theriot.
After Thor and Strider went toe-to-toe in that no disqualification match, now this is finally coming to a head. Best 2 out of 3 falls match, and we'll see if this man, Thor Theriot, has what it takes to even get one fall against Jeremy Wyatt.
Thor Theriot has proven himself so much against the Foundation in these last few months. He has withstood the punishment and the terror that is Michael Strider and Jeremy Wyatt, the Foundation, even putting himself in Michael Strider's backyard, so to speak, in a no disqualification matchup last time we were here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
Thor looking under the ring, looking for Strider. Come on, like they'd really cheat in this match.
Never know where that snake, that lowlife Michael Strider is going to be hiding out. And although this should be just Jeremy Wyatt and Thor Theriot one-on-one, you really never know where Michael Strider's going to show up next.
Thor Theriot, best 2 out of 3. Jeremy Wyatt, this should be a classic in the young history of the NWL Kansas City. And I don't know, Jeremy Wyatt has looked, yes, I guess Thor.
Ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, let's go to
the following match is scheduled for a best 2 out of 3 falls and is your main event of the evening. Introducing first, weighing in at 192 pounds, hailing from Kansas City, Missouri, he is the Monarch, Jeremy Wyatt.
Get on your feet, Ben. Get on your feet.
No, thank you.
And his opponent, weighing in at 213 pounds, hailing from Lincoln, Nebraska, he is Thor Theriot.
He's okay.
Thor Theriot has proven something to everybody. As I was saying earlier, this man, this warrior is destined for great things here in the NWL. The bell has sounded, and we are in store for a classic. I promise all you fans at home, this is going to be a match you're going to remember for years.
I guess Thor has beaten Wyatt before. I guess Thor beat Strider, but he couldn't even beat Wyatt and Strider when he had Bob Holly on his team.
All the tactics, they're going nose to nose. This is something, like we said, that has taken place. Oh, he just slapped the taste out of Thor Theriot's mouth, and Thor Theriot is smiling and returns a favor, slapping the taste out of Jeremy Wyatt's mouth. This is a battle that has been raging since the beginning of the NWL.
It has.
And these two will stop at nothing to end this war here tonight. Oh! Jumping knee strike out of nowhere. Thor Theriot picks him up.
What is this?
He has the Ragnarok. He just hit him with the Gutbuster.
Get up,
One, 2, 3. And that's the first fall going to Thor Theriot. What a way to start this match.
What has just happened?
First fall, Thor Theriot.
What just happened? Jeremy Wyatt ran into that knee and just knocked him silly.
Did you see that jumping knee strike connected right with the face of Jeremy Wyatt? Jeremy Wyatt doesn't know what to make. Keep your eyes on Thor Theriot. What's he doing here?
Oh.
Suicide dive crushes Jeremy Wyatt into that security railing.
All Thor has to do is pin him one more time and this match is over. It could be in record time. Come on.
Capitalizing on that quick flash pin he just got on Jeremy Wyatt. You never know where Thor Theriot is going to strike. He might hit that swanton again, for the first time and pin Jeremy Wyatt, and then we got 2 falls and Thor Theriot wins.
No, Jeremy Wyatt's in deep trouble, and I'm looking around for Michael Strider. I think that no-good Major Baston told Strider he couldn't come out here during this match, but I don't. What's this?
Oh, baseball slide hits Jeremy Wyatt right in the face. Did you just say no-good Major Baston?
Yeah, like what does he have to do? Why does he have to tell Michael Strider what to do?
Because
that guy's a super agent.
Because Michael Strider will stop at nothing to interfere in every single one of Jeremy Wyatt's matches. It was a good call by President Major Baston.
Yeah, he's a good friend. If Thor had any friends, he'd have someone do it on his behalf.
What is Thor Theriot doing? He runs and just sticks his foot right in the face of the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt.
Come on, Wyatt. Don't let this guy beat you 2-0.
Peeling Jeremy Wyatt off of the outside of the ring here. Thor Theriot is in full control of this matchup. What is he doing here? Maybe looking for a springboard. Springboard clothesline takes out Jeremy Wyatt. Nicely executed. Going for a cover.
Thank goodness. And Jeremy Wyatt wisely rolling out of the ring.
Look at Jeremy Wyatt crawling. He wasn't rolling out of the ring. He's crawling. He's getting out of the way of the punishment that Thor Theriot has inflicted on him. And Thor Theriot was going for a cross-body block over the top rope and hits him with a right hand instead.
Man, Thor has had all the momentum ever since he hit that big knee in the face of Jeremy Wyatt. And Wyatt is just threads away of losing this match. Come on, Wyatt. Shake off the cobwebs, buddy.
Thor Theriot stalking Jeremy Wyatt like a hunter stalking his prey, and Jeremy Wyatt wants nothing more to do with Thor Theriot. He's calling for a timeout.
Timeout.
He knows there's no timeouts in wrestling, and he just baited Thor Theriot in to dump him to the outside.
He's smart.
These two know each other so well. They're going move for move here. Thor Theriot stays in control, and Jeremy Wyatt shoves him off the top rope. And Thor Theriot's jaw just collided with that security railing. He looks unconscious on the outside there, Ryan.
Nick Chin checking out to see if he's still breathing, and he is. And Jeremy Wyatt, like you said, though, these guys have been going at it since the very first NWL Kansas City show in early January. So this has been building and building and building, and you're absolutely correct. I think both these men know exactly what the other guy's going to do at this point. So you're going to have to go back and get some new bag of tricks to have someone defeat somebody 2 out of 3 falls tonight. Now, we saw that at first. That big knee out of nowhere, the Ragnarok, you get the 1, 2, 3. But is he going to be able to do that again to Jeremy Wyatt?
One thing's for sure, this pace, a slower, more methodical pace does favor the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt. This man loves to control the pacing of each and every match, and he just dropped Thor Theriot spine first on the apron of the ring.
What I'm hoping to see tonight, Ben, and either the, now it's going to have to be the next fall or the final fall when Jeremy Wyatt wins this match, is that apron pile driver. I just want him to throw that out there and just rip open his spine right there on the outside of the ring.
Just say rip open his spine? What is wrong with
Well, we
you?
then know this will be completely over.
What is wrong with you? You want a person disemboweled here in the Scottish Rite Temple.
It was a figurative thing here, Ben. My point is,
you're a sick man. That's
the
my
apron.
point.
No, that's not a point. You should have already known that. But the apron pile driver is what is going to end this thing, hopefully. I mean, there's so many things that Jeremy Wyatt can do to end this match.
Oh, hard knife edge chop right across the chest of Thor Theriot.
And Jeremy jaw-jacking with that girl in the front row, but she's wearing a Gil Rogers shirt, so we know how intelligent she is.
Could be going for a belly to back suplex. Drives him right into the mats there. And those mats are not, that's not the best landing in the world. They're thin mats just to prevent permanent injury, but those still hurt.
Here we go. I think it's
One
over.
more cover here. Nick
go.
Chin in position.
Second ball. What? Come
Almost
on.
a 3 count. If you're talking about Kansas City wrestling in the Midwest in general, the name that you think about the most, I would say, would be Jeremy Wyatt. I'm not trying to take anything away from the Monarch, but boy, since he has, swinging neck breaker with authority. Good night. That could be it for Thor Theriot. Forearm across the bridge of the nose.
I love that forearm. I love when he covers with the forearm over the face. It's so disrespectful. It makes me laugh every time.
But like I've said since day one, Jeremy Wyatt turned his back on everybody in Kansas City when he aligned himself with his former mortal enemy, Michael Strider.
Well, they knew that there was a new company in town and that they have to join forces to take it over. And they've done just that. The foundation of Midwest wrestling is Wyatt and Strider, and they've proven that many times. And they're going to prove it again tonight in this very match, Ben.
Short arm clothesline by Jeremy Wyatt, driving the elbow. Watch these elbows connect right with the sternum of Thor Theriot, and a jumping elbow going for a quick cover too. Both wrestlers are going to try to gain that quick cover, that quick advantage like Thor Theriot did coming out of the gate, firing on all cylinders, picking up that quick and important first pin, and look for both wrestlers to try to do that and go home as quick as possible because they want nothing to do with a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Well, Wyatt is finally looking like Wyatt again after taking that first fall so early against him. Hey, look at this.
We could be here all night. You never know. We could be here till 3 o'clock in the morning the way these two are going.
Thor is, the momentum now with Thor is off the charts. Come on, Wyatt.
Thor really driving, drop kick right in the face after driving a few forearm strikes into the face of Jeremy Wyatt. The Monarch is once again reeling, and like you said, momentum is on the side of Thor Theriot.
Look at this, Thor going in again, but too many times Wyatt stopped that one. And where's Wyatt going now?
Jeremy Wyatt making his way up to the top rope, and Thor Theriot kicked his leg out from underneath Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt laid prone on that top turnbuckle, and Thor Theriot driving a knee into the midsection, softening him up once again. Blue Thunder bomb, and Jeremy Wyatt almost bounced out of the ring with that impact.
Get up!
2! Oh, so close. Jeremy Wyatt getting the left shoulder up.
I thought it was over, but thank goodness Jeremy was able to kick out of that. But Thor Theriot just moments away of winning this 2-0. And Wyatt, I can't believe Wyatt has gotten a fall yet.
Jeremy Wyatt really feeling the effects of that Ragnarok at the opening moments of this matchup. He could have broken ribs, and that's obviously a severe disadvantage coming into the rest of this matchup. Gets kicked right in the head by Thor Theriot.
Look this.
Springboard, and Wyatt catches him out of nowhere with a beautiful ace crusher, one of his favorite moves in his arsenal. He's hooked him in for the coronation, and he just dropped him straight on his head. This could be it.
It's over.
1, 2, 3, and Jeremy Wyatt picks up the second fall in this 2 out of 3 falls matchup.
And we are back to
Second fall,
even.
Jeremy Wyatt, the score is now 1-1. The next fall determines the winner.
Back to even again, so we know that Jeremy Wyatt now, this is how this entire thing has gone back and forth. He'll try for that quick cover again, couldn't quite get it, but Ben, you know, does this shock you at all that we got to this point? Because this whole time when these guys have been battling through the months, it's always back and forth and back and forth. Finally, I'm waiting for Wyatt to just supersede everything and win it all.
Jeremy Wyatt dragging Thor Theriot back up to his feet. What a battle we've seen here so far. This match is maybe 10 minutes, and we've already got 2 falls, and again, softening up that neck for probably another coronation pile driver 2. Almost a 3 count.
Jeremy Wyatt very upset with Nick Chin not giving him the 3 count there, thinking it should have been over by now. And I agree.
Jeremy Wyatt really feeling it now, really feeling that momentum has probably shifted into his favor, and wrestling is a game of momentum. If you can get that momentum on your side, you can pick up the 3 count and get to the pay window.
Thor Theriot with a big right hand. Thor Theriot is a young up-and-comer. He's definitely a guy that's going to be on the map here for many years in the Midwest, here at the NWL, definitely. But you know what? Jeremy Wyatt is still the man in charge. He is still one of the guys, like you said, him and Strider are 2 of the foundation members here in the Midwest, and I still don't think Jeremy Wyatt is ready to relinquish that throne.
Look at him standing on the face of Thor Theriot, now really wrenching on that arm and shoulder, and he might have just dislocated his elbow just there along with his fingers. Jeremy Wyatt so vicious in his onslaught against Thor Theriot. I don't know if I've ever seen Jeremy Wyatt this vicious.
Oh, I have. I've seen Jeremy Wyatt in battles for many years where he busts open people. He doesn't care about any bodily damage he does. What is this? Sitting on that ring announce table now, very vulnerable.
Jeremy Wyatt making his way to the outside. Thor Theriot almost clinging to dear life, like that table's a life raft for his career. He could, if Jeremy Wyatt puts him away tonight, I don't know what that's going to do for the psyche of one Thor Theriot.
And Thor just getting his head bashed across that guardrail. And what is Jeremy Wyatt going to do? He's got a table next to him, guardrails, plenty of stuff he can do here to damage Thor Theriot. Jeremy Wyatt, I love it when he yells at people, but he shouldn't be giving him this much time.
Giving him a little too much time, and Thor Theriot just spiked Jeremy Wyatt through that ringside table.
And Jeremy Wyatt just took the brunt of he took out the ringside table with a timekeeper, and the announcers sit now. We sit here once again, both men down, and who's going to get the upper hand?
The back of Jeremy Wyatt's head smacked against that part of the table that's still kind of upright as he went crashing through, as Thor Theriot spiked him through that table. Jeremy Wyatt may have a concussion here in this match, and if he does, Thor Theriot just has to roll him back in the ring and score a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's definitely not a balls count anywhere match, so they have to get back inside the ring as the count is going on. And what happens here, Ben? What if both men get counted out?
I'd say we would have to go to a tiebreaker fall. Thor Theriot, one thing that we haven't talked about yet, both men breaking that 10 count right at 9. One thing we haven't talked about yet is the heat. The heat in this building has to play a factor in the exhaustion, in the wear and tear of both of these athletes.
Obviously, somebody didn't pay the air conditioning bill this week. It is a brutal sweat box in here, and these guys, I don't know how long they're going to go, but obviously, like you said, the water loss because of the battle is going to take his toll on somebody more than the other. We'll see who that is.
Both men in superior condition for athletes of this caliber. So it'll be interesting to see if that plays a factor of both men exchanging forearm strikes while they're sitting. That's how much they hate each other. They are sitting down and continuing to fight.
Can barely balance themselves enough to throw a punch, but they continue to do it. Look, both men just wobbly on their feet right now.
Once again, exchanging forearms right in the center of the ring. Who's going to give? Who's the first that's going to drop onto their back with one of those forearm strikes? We have yet to find out, but something tells me Thor Theriot feels victory is at hand.
Back and forth we go. This thing is just a great classic heavyweight fight between 2 champions. level people, but look at this, going back and forth. Who's going to get the upper hand?
I know who you're going for. The person you've been going for since this match started. Since we've started, your buddy, Jeremy Wyatt.
Jeremy Wyatt and me, we go on vacations together. We hang out all the time. Of course, one of them win.
Let's go on vacations together?
Yeah, our families.
Two hard forearms. Who's going to give here? And both men colliding and collapsing back into opposite turnbuckles. Here comes Wyatt. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what. Almost a variation of the Spanish fly.
Up.
Two. Oh, so
Thought it was
close.
over.
Jeremy Wyatt gets the left shoulder up.
Thought it was over. Another momentum killer there. I thought Jeremy Wyatt was in trouble there. Pulling that out of nowhere was Thor Theriot, but I don't know. Both men down again.
I'm exhausted calling this match, right? I can't imagine what these two guys are feeling right here in the middle of that ring. And Thor Theriot takes out the leg of Jeremy Wyatt. Jeremy Wyatt ducks a roundhouse. Thor Theriot does a backflip, catches Wyatt in a German suplex position, and drives Wyatt straight into the mat with a German suplex. No bridge, all impact.
And he's holding on to him and continuing German suplexes. I seem to remember someone that used to do that. I'm forgetting his name, but look, is he going for another one?
Could be going for a third German suplex in a row. Jeremy Wyatt firing elbows right into the side of the head of Thor Theriot. Now dumps out as an act of self-preservation, dumps to the apron. Thor Theriot's throat collided with that top rope. Jeremy Wyatt ascending to the top rope. What is he doing here? Cross body block. Thor Theriot floats over. Two. No! So close. Almost a 3 count by Thor Theriot.
Here we backslide. It's over.
Backslide 1, 2. Thor Theriot rolls out, and Jeremy Wyatt just absolutely spikes. Thor Theriot falls on top. 2. No!
How did he kick out? Did you see him? He was spiked and bounced a foot off the mat.
Wow, what an unbelievable exchange of moves we've seen here tonight. These men pulling out all the stops to try to eliminate their opponent. What a main event we've had here.
Jeremy Wyatt and Thor Theriot continuing to prove why they're in so many main events. I mean, both these guys putting in so much work in this battle, but again, we see who's standing tall right now.
Jeremy Wyatt picks up Thor Theriot and could be looking for that combination face buster. Look, it just drove his face and going for that ace crusher. Thor Theriot puts the brakes on, has him in a reverse suplex, and drives him straight into the mat. Collapses on top. 2. No! Gets that left shoulder up just in the nick of time. Unbelievable. I thought Thor Theriot was going to pick up the victory there.
He didn't hook the leg. I mean, I think he could have if he did, but just barely had enough energy to just lay on top of Wyatt, and he was able to kick out. Both these men, and we've seen this so many times, double counts happening while both men are down.
Both men struggling so desperately to make their way back up to a standing position, but they want this war to be over with, and he just struck him right in the face with the right forearm, and Jeremy Wyatt collapses in the corner, using the top rope to try to help pick him up another forearm to the face of Jeremy Wyatt.
Yes, Wyatt told me before this match that after he wins this, it's done. He's done with Thor. He's proven everything. He doesn't have to do anything else. So this is the definitive ending when Wyatt wins.
Jeremy Wyatt not as quickly as he usually is ascending to the top rope. Thor Theriot puts an end to that plan with a right hand to the face. I have never seen Thor Theriot want something so much as in his entire career here in the NWL. He wants to be rid of Jeremy Wyatt. He wants to be rid of the foundation. He wants to set his eyes on the NWL KC title held by Dak Draper. And now him and Wyatt are battling up on the top rope. Who's going to gain the advantage here? What is Wyatt going? Could be going for the. Sunset flip bomb just drove Thor Theriot into that, and there, look at that. Jeremy Wyatt skinning the cat, getting back up to the top rope.
Still has enough energy for that.
Could be going for that tribute to the Macho Man himself, and drives the elbow right into the heart of Thor Theriot. 1, 2, no! So close. Thor gets the left shoulder up.
How did he kick out of the Macho Man elbow?
Jeremy Wyatt almost flew halfway across the ring and drove the point of his elbow right into the chest of Thor Theriot. What does the Monarch have to do to gain this last important pinfall and take home the victory?
What does Thor Theriot have to do? I don't know what either of them have to do at this point. This battle is a classic here in the short history of NWL. And what is this? Another pile driver?
If he hits this coronation pile driver, he wasn't able to. Thor Theriot slingshots Jeremy Wyatt face first into that top turnbuckle. He could be going for the Ragnarok here. The gut buster if he hits this. No, yes. Jeremy Wyatt puts some brakes on and catches him in a stretch muffler. He has to roll him over onto his stomach to get the full effects of that move. Thor Theriot reverses it.
Reversal City here.
Looks like he was trying to drag him into a yes lock of sorts, and now Jeremy Wyatt has that ankle trapped and has him in an ankle lock, really rigid down on that ankle.
Break it.
We could see a tap out here. Thor Theriot in excruciating pain. Wyatt
thought he was going to kick him, and the momentum would take him.
He rolls him up. Jeremy Wyatt rolls through. Thor Theriot deadlifts him off. Oh, Jeremy Wyatt putting the knee right in the top of the head. Now he has a guillotine choke locked in on Thor Theriot. These two men just know each other so well. They have a counter for counter for counter for counter.
Thought it was going to be a suplex there. Look at, I don't know who's going to get the upper hand. Finally, Jeremy getting his breath back, taking a little break. Is this going to be 3? Oh, I thought it was going to be it there.
Thor Theriot making sure he still has enough oxygen. Beautiful fisherman's buster. Wyatt floats over, holds on to the front chancery once again. I think he's locked in that guillotine choke again. He may not have both hands clasped around the throat. If he does, Thor Theriot may be taking a nap.
No, it looks like he's trying to get that carotid artery, but look, Thor gets to his feet.
Thor Theriot back up to a standing vertical base, and now Jeremy Wyatt has clasped those hands. That guillotine choke is on deep. Thor Theriot's hand comes up once.
Look at the lifeless
twice.
body.
If it goes down once more, this match is over. No!
Come on.
Thor Theriot still stays in this matchup.
I want that to work sometime.
He picks him up in a vertical. Oh, Falcon Arrow drives Jeremy Wyatt into the mat, and both men are spent.
Look at that, Jeremy Wyatt, barely enough energy to roll over slowly, can barely grab the rope now. Both men, again, vulnerable at this point. If somebody could just get a third, a fourth wind, I think it's going to be over any time.
How many wins do these two athletes have? I thought we saw the third and fourth wind already. And
7th and 8th.
Jeremy Wyatt fighting back.
Here we go.
He could be going for that pile driver on the apron, just like you requested.
Here we go.
Sick man.
Come on.
And now a death rally driver on the apron, and both men spill to the floor. Thor Theriot rolls him back into the ring. He could be going for that swanton bomb, and if he hits it, he does. He does. Thor Theriot just needs to make the cover,
Wyatt,
and he could pick up this victory. 1, 2, no!
Yes!
No, so close! Jeremy Wyatt just barely gets the left shoulder up.
So first Thor kicks out of the Macho Man elbow, which takes out many a man, and then the Swanton Bomb is kicked out by Wyatt. I mean, this is amazing. What are they going to have to do? The crowd agrees.
What a main event we've seen here tonight. Both men laying it all on the line. Oh, just dove right into that steel post. He was trying for that shoulder block. What is he? He couldn't. He couldn't.
Don't use it again. That's his move.
He has him up in the coronation. He just pile drive Jeremy Wyatt with his own move.
No.
1, 2. No!
He didn't hook the leg.
Once again, Jeremy Wyatt gets the left shoulder up. Unbelievable.
Thank goodness. I mean, Thor using his own move against him, that would have been just insult to injury, but thank goodness he was able to kick out.
In my whole time here in the NWL, I have never seen, I mean, these guys, what is this, over 30 minutes right now? This match is going on forever because they cannot figure out how to put the other guy away.
There's a big slap to the face of Thor by Wyatt. I don't know if he wants to do that at this point.
Look at, oh Man, with those two slaps, I think he just might have angered Thor just a little bit. Going for a roll up here, handle it tight, gets out at 2, and then a pump thrust kick, and just move for move here. Both of these men in a clothesline turns Thor Theriot inside out, but Thor not even going down. He's still up. I can't believe
Just
this.
folding over himself. Lightning
Strider,
spiral.
Lightning spiral, 2. No! Almost a
That was
3
3.
count.
That was 3.5. What was that? Jeremy
Dear
Wyatt should
Lord,
have
I
had
am
that.
spent. I cannot believe these two men can still do these type of moves to each other after wrestling for this long. That's how much this matchup means to both competitors. Unbelievable.
And Wyatt going to the corner. He's got something in mind here. Maybe it's finally going to be the finishing move to put him all away. Now, what is this?
Thor Theriot has him up in that Ragnarok. If he hits this, he does. He does. He got the knees up right into the midsection. Floats. What is he doing?
What is this?
He should have pinned him.
Do it again?
Yes, he rolls him up into another fireman's carry position.
Not again.
Thor Theriot, maybe he's making sure that this match is over. A second Ragnarok
Oh, no.
Gunbuster. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
That's it.
my goodness.
Thor Theriot has pinned Jeremy Wyatt.
What a miscarriage of justice here. Wyatt had this one. I thought he had him with the lightning spiral. He kicked out.
Thor Theriot.
Thor Theriot has defeated Jeremy Wyatt.
What a matchup we've seen tonight. It took 2 Ragnarok Gutbusters to put away, to finally put it in to the Monarch Jeremy Wyatt and Thor Theriot's war. But something tells me that later on down the line, these two will meet again.
We'll have to give credit where credit's due. Thor Theriot defeated Jeremy Wyatt, no Michael Strider, nothing on the outside. I mean, it was a war for both of these guys. An amazing victory by Thor Theriot in this best 2 out of 3 falls match, but Jeremy Wyatt is still what I think is the greatest wrestler in the Midwest, regardless of any of this. Come on, man.
Hats off to Thor Theriot and Jeremy Wyatt for putting on one of the greatest 2 out of 3 falls matchups that I've ever seen in my career, and I cannot wait to see what's next for Thor Theriot. For Ryan McGillicuddy, I'm Ben Miller. We'll see you next week here in the NWL Kansas City. Good night, everybody.
How's it going, everybody? Blaine Meeks here, Captain KC, Super Meeks, and if you want to see more bam, wham, and pow action, and of course, let's not forget my super high crossbody, kindly, please, do me a favor and click that subscribe button right here.